In the mid-15th century, Johannes Gutenberg unveiled one of history's most disruptive media startups. Its flagship product was a 2-volume Bible written entirely in Latin. It had no search bar, no comment section, and still somehow attracted investors. Gutenberg's original machine has vanished, because Gutenberg treated technical documentation the way an octopus treats an unlocked aquarium lid. Historians believe it was a wooden screw press. Metal type was arranged backward inside a frame, coated with ink, covered with damp paper, rolled beneath a platen, and crushed by pulling a long wooden bar. This required strength, precision, and a printer capable of remembering that every letter had to face the wrong way. Which raises the question scholars have avoided for centuries. Could Gutenberg have replaced his staff with one octopus? At first glance, the octopus is overqualified. It has 8 arms, hundreds, sometimes thousands, of suckers, and a nervous system that distributes an enormous amount of control into the arms themselves. Octopuses can learn repeated tasks, manipulate objects, solve puzzles, and even be trained to extend an arm out of the water for food. In the medieval labor market, this is not a sea creature. This is for apprentices sharing one hat. One arm could ink the type. A second could position the paper. 2 more could roll the press bed. Another could pull the bar. The remaining 3 could correct Gutenberg's spelling and quietly organize against management. Unfortunately, printing is not one motion. It begins with typesetting. Every individual piece of metal type must be selected, arranged into words, and locked tightly inside a frame. Backward. An octopus has excellent touch. What it does not have is documented fluency in 15th century Latin, or any evidence that it can proofread. Even if it learned the shapes, its suckers could accidentally lift several pieces at once. The first page might begin with Genesis and end with a legally binding order for 8 crabs. Then comes the ink. Early printers applied thick, oil-based ink using padded leather ink balls. An octopus could absolutely hold these. It could probably hold all of them, including several that had not yet been invented. But every sucker touching the paper could leave wet rings, pull at the fibers, or smear the impression. Instead of the Gutenberg Bible, Europe receives 1,000 pages of black circles. Art historians call this the early mind's bubble period and pretend it was intentional. The largest problem, however, is breathing. Octopuses are aquatic animals that use gills. A dry 15th century workshop is not a workplace for an octopus. It is a countdown. To make this experiment fair, we would need a tank beside the press, keeping the octopus's mantle underwater while its arms reached into the workshop. This solves the oxygen problem and creates the paperwork problem. Printing paper was supposed to be damp, not recently hugged by the ocean. Water, oily ink, and 8 investigative arms would give us less movable type and more movable pulp. But could the octopus at least pull the press? Possibly. An octopus arm is a muscular hydrostat, soft and boneless, but capable of stiffening, twisting, gripping, and producing substantial force. The press bar also provided mechanical leverage. A sufficiently large octopus could coil one arm around the bar, anchor itself with the others, and complete a pull. Assuming the wood provided enough grip. Assuming the tank was bolted down. And assuming the octopus pulled the bar instead of pulling the entire printing press into its tank, making Gutenberg the first man to mass-produce papier-mâché. So here is the official verdict. Could an octopus enter Gutenberg's workshop, set a page, ink the type, position the paper, make a clean impression, remove the sheet, and repeat the process throughout the day? No. It would run out of oxygen, damage the paper, scramble the type, and leave a sucker mark where the publisher's seal should be. But could a large, trained octopus, kept in a tank beside a prepared press, wrap one arm around the bar and produce a single assisted impression? Yes. Probably. Which means an octopus could operate Gutenberg's printing press in the same way a child operates an elevator. It can perform the exciting part, but society should hesitate before putting it in charge of the entire building. Had Gutenberg employed an octopus, mass literacy would not have arrived any sooner. But the world's first 8 signature autograph would have.